Hey guys, this is a complete walkthrough video in Vectric VCarve, importing a 3D model for this Wok Spatula and setting it up so it can be carved. So what I'm going to cover is importing the 3D model as an STL, placing it correctly on my stock size, adding tabs and limit planes so I don't have to carve too deep. I'm going to set up for a two-side machining operation, so I will add dowel holes for alignment on the top and in the spoilboard. And finally, I will add the toolpaths to go ahead and machine it correctly. And this is just an example of how I set it up. I already have the files available, completely set up. You can download them and you can make this project. I'll put a link in the description for them. But if you don't have Vectric VCarve 12.5, you might have to set it up in your own program. And these are the steps in how I do it. Let's go ahead and create a new project in VCarve. Width 3.5. The length is going to be 14.25. Machine bed, bottom left, very high. Modeling, single-sided, we want double-sided. And when we flip it, zero off on the same side. No, machine bed always. Flipping it from top to bottom or left to right. Let's do left to right. I like that better. And okay. So let's import. Let's import a 3D model. Let's find out where I put it. All right. Now let's just go ahead and center it. All right. Barely fits in there. Okay, I think that all looks good. Create both sides. Overcut distance doesn't matter. All right. Now we have this funky looking model. Oh God, I hate navigating in this application. Okay. Let's go and fix some of these weirdness issues. And let's see, we have some limit planes that are causing problems. Let's go on the left and let's go ahead and move this one. Move this guy, hit him for move, and let's see. We want to be able to see our model completely, and that looks good. We can see it completely. All right. And now let's go ahead and let's go over to that limit plane, activate it. Let's add another limit plane. And I do not use this program enough to really remember how to do this type of thing all that well or often. Well, an easy way to just modify our existing limit plane is to copy it. So here, Command C to copy, Command V to paste. And we want it to not cut as deep over here, it just doesn't need to. So let's resize this guy. Right about there. Let's look at the left. Maybe over here. That did some weirdness. All right, so that limit plane needs to go up. That's not what we want. We want it to get thicker as it goes up. Let's go and find those actual objects. So it looks like here's that one, here's this one. Combine mode, merge. So it goes up. Okay, that will help limit that area. We could make it at an angle too if we wanted to. Sometimes that helps. move. Let's go back to the left side here. We want to not cut as deep over here. Duplicate that guy. And now let's resize it. I swear this program is so odd. All right. This one we really want to do the tilt. Tilt, set, anchor. Oh, we don't really care. Okay, cool, it's tilted. Now let's get that height a lot lower. Okay, so that means it's gonna not have to cut all that deep right there, which will be nice. Cool, it looks good for the top. And let's give this a save. Wok Spatula. And then the next thing is maybe add some tabs. Let's add 3 tabs. 1, 2, 3. So let's go and remember how to do that. Clip art. 3D tabs. 1/4 inch. Guys. Maybe one here. And let's look at the left side. It's not a bad spot for it. Let's move it a little bit closer to the end here. Let's copy it, paste it. Another one over here. They have to go inside the model. So it looks like they're going inside. All right, that looks good for that. And let's do another one, copy paste. Let's do it right about here. We could scale them out if we needed to. We don't necessarily need to because they're going to be cut off. Let's go look at this side, see where it needs to be on this position. It's so weird how some of this stuff works. Just this top height. All right, that looks good for there. Copy paste and move it over to the side, and maybe another smaller one in the front. Copy paste. All right, somewhere around here. It needs to be much higher. So one of these is the base height. That one, what do I want? No. There we go. Get it up to the top, almost touching the top. And that looks good. Hit the top, copy paste. Didn't do it right. Copy, paste. There we go. And let's see, position looks okay. All right, so we've got some tabs that will hold it together. Design, components, we have tabs, we have limit planes, we have a model. And next we would need some alignment holes. I prefer to do alignment a little bit different these days, but let's go ahead and do some alignment holes. Where is my origin? Here. All right. We'll do 1, 2, 3 holes. 2D view. Ooh, so hard to see anything when you have those limit planes. Let's hide them. Okay, now let's go to design, circle, radius, diameter of 1/4 inch, and let's create a hole for alignment. Maybe we'll stick one about here, here. 3 is usually good. Let's go ahead and make these holes have a precise location. Select them, hit M, and this way if you want to reuse it, you could just put them at the exact same spot and things would work a lot better. So I'm just giving them kind of known hole numbers. And maybe 9. Okay, here. 0.3. You generally want them offset so you don't get confused. And that looks good. All right, now let's send everything to the back side. Here, right click and copy to other side. And let's do the same thing for the tabs. So I'm clicking, holding down Shift, and all the tabs are selected. If I clicked at components, you can see they're selected. Right click, copy to other side. Cool. Now with the top side set up, save. Let's toggle between, nope, let's go to the bottom side. All right, it's on the bottom side now. And let's go back to the 3D view. And let's do some setups here. Okay, so if we carve this, these planes would definitely mess some things up. So let's hit M for move. Let's hit M for move. Let's hit M for move. And let's look at here. Let's set this bottom area till we can see everything. All right, I can see the tip of my spatula, which is great. And again, let's add some more planes that can limit where things can go. Select this one, Control C, Control V, and let's look at components. Let's resize this one back to here, I think. Yeah. Okay. Everything's really deep because combine should be subtract. Merge. Merge looks better. And we can go up right here quite a bit. All right, that looks good. Now we can do an angled one over here if we wanted to limit this area. Actually, this guy could probably go all the way to over there. Let's select that one and resize him a bit here. Yeah, that should work better. Rotating got off. All right. And this is pretty good, but the bit will dive down right here. So having another angled plane would be really nice over here. So let's do that. Select that guy, Control C, Control V, and then move them. Oh, it's so hard to see what's happening here. Let's undo that. Let's hide some stuff to make it a little less confusing. Okay, let's copy that one. Paste. And now let's drag and move it. All right, it's dragged and moved. You should probably resize it, but you don't really have to. Now we can show some stuff again, show our planes, the model. And this guy we want to be at an angle. So let's go ahead and set up an angle. Tilt. Oops, messed up that. Tilt, anchor, set. Something like that. We want to go the other way. There we go. That looks much better. Now we can lower it down. Okay, so now that looks good for that. These guys, these look terrible. Oops, that just flattens them. Let's do base height till it just barely kisses the top of the model here. All right, so we have some limit planes set up. And hit save. Let's go back to the top. And let's go ahead and start some toolpath generation. Part 3, toolpath generation. All right, what should we start with here? Let's make sure we have our limit plane shown. Let's drill some alignment holes first. Select those circles. And don't know what all that's about, but that's okay. As long as the 3D view looks okay. I probably added extra circles outside by accident. Maybe I should delete that one. There we go. All right, 3D view. 2D view. Let's select the circles. And let's just do a drilling toolpath. And, all right, material set up. First time we did this, we want the model thickness is a little bit less than 1.25. We want it to be right in the middle, equal gap. And let's make clearance 1, plunge 0.2, still home start 1, 2. Let's just do zeros here. Thickness, all right. This all looks good, okay. Start depth 0, let's cut 0.3, 0.4. And drill, yeah, let's just use 1/4 inch here, T102. And we'll set some feeds and speeds later. And we're not going to do peck drilling. Calculate, close. I have it set to not close the window after it calculates it. Next, let's do a 3D roughing. Hit this guy. All right, let's select our tool first. And I want to use a 1/4 inch upcut to flute. Let's see, what should we do for some path depths? I'm going to copy what I did already on another machine. 18,000 RPM. And let's do it at 160 inches per minute. And the plunge half that. Let's do 80. And let's set the depth of cut to be, step over 0.15, 60%, past depth. How deep do we want this rough to be? And let's do a path depth of 0.30. 0.30. And let's do, it's pretty shallow, so let's go really fast. Let's go like 240 and 100. So 0.06 is the chip load. It's not too bad. select, and we want to basically limit it by a model, and that's the model plane here. Boundary offset, so like how much do you want to rough out? We want the bit to be able to go outside, including the roughing allowance. So if we want to go outside by the bit diameter of 1/4 inch plus a roughing allowance of 20 thousandths. And let's do roughing allowance of 20 thousandths. And let's see, what kind of toolpaths are we generating? We want to do, Z level, profile. First, we'll avoid some chip out, level by level, angle, ramp plunge moves by 1/4 of an inch distance. Calculate, close, and looks like it's not going deep enough. Sorry, it's not going outside the edge. So we need a boundary offset. Oop, my boundary offset didn't take the math thing, which is supposed to work here. Maybe do push equals? Oh, you do push equals. Okay. So yeah, if you don't know about this, you could type 0.25, or we want to go 1/4 inch out plus my allowance of 0.20 and hit equals, and that calculates it. All right, there we go. Now it's going outside. Okay, now let's do 3D finish, and let's do 1/8 of an inch tapered ball nose. Pass depth doesn't really matter. Step over, let's do 8%, 8 thousandths, 6%. Clearance path step over, whatever. Let's do like 16,000, and let's go at, we want 0.03, so let's go a little bit faster, like 160, and then 80 is half of that for the plunge. Select that. Finish, okay. Again, we want to do just the model, and we want to go outside by 1/4 inch. Sorry, we're only 1/8 of an inch, so 125. And we want to do raster, offset. Offset's probably better. Conventional usually is a better. And yeah, let's try that. Okay, it did something. Let's see what kind of toolpath it generated. A lot of roughness on the side here. This is one of the problems, these jagged toolpaths, one of the problems of Vectric VCarve and the way it generates toolpaths and imports models. I haven't really figured out a way around this issue. That looks like it will machine it correctly. So the next thing to do is going to actually preview it. Preview all toolpaths. All right, so we need to fix that hole there. Roughing pass looks pretty good. We got tabs, and we got a finishing pass. Looks like it will probably work out okay. So that seems pretty good. Looks pretty good from the top side. Let's go fix that alignment hole there. So let's go back to 2D view. This guy needs to go just a little bit more to the right. And now let's go back up to the calculate, the drill toolpath, preview, and then reset, preview all toolpaths. Now that alignment hole will not be cut out, so that should be pretty good. All right. So now we can go ahead and do the backside. So we want to copy these toolpaths to the backside. I wish I could select multiple ones. Don't really know how to do that. But we can just right click, copy to the other side. You can also use templates. And then let's flip to the back side. and drill. All right, so the drill, let's go ahead and go back to your 2D view. And now we have these mirrored alignment holes. So let's see. Yeah, there are better ways to select vectors than that. So we want to start at, well, actually, we want to start at our full depth and drill in to the spoil board by, let's say, 0.4. 0.4 is good. So our model thickness is 1.25 inches. Start deep and then drill on in. Drill, and this is the spoil board holes. Make it in all caps so we don't run it normally. Yeah, it's going to cut in. All right. And so let's make a new group for the other ones. And let's rename this guy the bottom. Let's put these guys in the bottom, just so we group things. 3D roughing, back to 3D view. All right, again, the model is what our level is, boundary offset's good, everything was already set up. 3D roughing, calculate, should be pretty cool. 3D finish, same thing. Select a level, it's going to be that model. Calculate. And now we can try previewing and then go cutting. Let's do some simulations here. Make sure we check everything. And preview. So cut some spoil board holes way too deep. It's a little bit interesting, that one's off. Oh, I didn't move it in the bottom. That's right. There is no link from the top to bottom, which is kind of a pain. Let's take a look at the model, the actual cuts. It actually looks pretty good, but we gotta fix that alignment hole. So let's do that. Let's flip back to the top, flip back to the bottom. Let's go 2D view. This one's wrong. Go back to the top. This one, right click, copy to other side, back to the bottom, spoil board alignment holes, select and hold down shift, select all those guys again. Calculate, gonna cut everything, close. All right, now let's do a preview. Let's reset it and preview all sides. I'm going to go ahead and cut the bottom. We're going to do the top first, but it really doesn't matter the way that how VCarve just calculates things. It's going to be doing some air cutting, which isn't the biggest of an issue. Now I can just take a look at the model. Cool. Pretty quick and easy to set up carving. But the thing that's going to suck is right here along the edges. The way that VCarve works and Aspire, as things get to vertical, it just kind of pixelates things into like voxel size things. See it around the edge here. And that will show up in the piece, and you can get better results in Fusion. Anyways, if you have any questions, post them below. Thanks, everyone.